Good day and welcome to ASTRO'S CAD CAM tutorials. I'm very happy you're here to learn something from me today, and I hope you do in fact learn what you came here for. Today we'll be taking on extruded boss base. I've talked about this in the previous lesson, so today we're going to take on projects. So we're going to take on models to um, bring to life. So we're using this model as our first example. So the first thing we do, we have to analyze this image. So it has this shape at this side. It's at opposite sides. There's a distance between the two shapes actually. So we're going to use only extrude to create this whole shape here, and it's very simple. So first of all, we would make this part of the model. The height is 80, the width is 70, the distance of this slot is 30, and the radius here is represented here. The radius here is should be 20. I think it's 20 or okay, no, sorry, it's 8. 8, then the outside edge is 20. And the distance, the width of this part is 20. So 20 here, 20 here. Then we'll fill in other dimensions as we go along the as we progress. So let's go back to SolidWorks. Okay, before we proceed, I need to try to explain something for you. I'm going to try to create this whole body without using extruded cuts. So it may be a little bit, over the top, but I promise you it's not that difficult. So what I want to explain is the distance, because I told you this is the first thing I'll create, this side of this body, right? Okay, fine. So the distance from this outer edge here to the other end of the model is 80. So if you divide this 80 by 2, you get 40. So the exact middle is 40. So that middle now, we're going to, let's call it the front plane. So when we are on the front plane and we draw this profile, we're going to offset the sketch. We're going to extrude it and offset it um away from the front plane by 40 degrees, by 40 units, and then we extrude it inward by 20. Okay, so let's start. Let's start. So like I said, we pick the front plane. Okay, then let me use line to do this. We're going to start from here. So this is one. This is the top part. This is the bottom. Then we have something like this, like this, like this, like this, and like this. Okay. So we're going to use, okay, then there's a slot somewhere up here. Let's leave it like this. Okay. So we have this profile now. So go to use our small dimension and give this part 80. The height is 80. Then the width is 70. Okay. The distance, this distance here is 40. 40. Then the distance between this line and this line is 10. Let me put it inside here. Then, okay. Um, the distance for the slots is 30. 30. I think that's all. Now we just need to put this in the center. So we talked about relations and constraints in previous videos. I hope you've gone through them and you understand them. So I'll click on the center point of this slot, hold my control key, click on the center point of this line, make it vertical. So we need to give this a radius. Once we give it a radius, everything turns black. Everything turns black. So now the radius of this from the sketch is 8. Enter. Then I think we're missing one thing here. This is not in the center, so we need to also give this a relation with the center. So you click on this um center point of this and the center point of this slot and make it vertical. Okay, then one more thing, the last dimension. The distance from up here to the center of the slot is giving us 22. I think I did. I wrote something else. So it should be 22, not. Okay. Okay, so this is about it. So we need to do one more thing. We need to fillet these corners. Let me go over to the image so you can see. So we've gotten every dimension right. 30, 22, 80, the width 70. The height from this line to this bottom line is 10, and the width from here to here is 40. So we need to add this fillet, this round edge here. And that's 20. It's given to us as 20. So let's go over to um our sketch. Over at sketch, there's a tool called sketch fillet. Pick on sketch fillet and change the value to 20. Enter. Then the entities to fillet, you pick the edges. This edge, click yes, and this edge, click yes. So now we've done this. We've we've made the profile of that sketch. So now we're going to extrude. You come over, you click this, come over to features, extruded boss base. Okay. So now remember what I said. We're going to um offset this from the sketch. We're going to offset it by 40. 3, 4. So this is 40. It's 40 millimeter away from the sketch, and we're going to extrude it inward towards the sketch, not outside. So we'll change this here like this. Okay, and then the width of the body is 20. So you pick 20 and then we'll click OK. So now we have this body. We have this body, and it's a certain distance, which is 40 away from this front plane. Okay, so now we're going to do one thing. Come over to this side of your feature menu, click mirror. Come, okay, click mirror face or plane. They're asking you what do you want to use as your mirror. We're going to pick the front plane. That's the plane we give a distance with the body. You click OK. Then come down here and click bodies to mirror. You click this. and you click OK. Okay, so when you select this body, click this merge solid on uncheck it, then click OK. Okay, so now you have this. So now we'll do one more thing. Click on this face, click on sketch. So now what we're trying to do now, trying to add this rectangle here, this bottom rectangle here, and the distance from the bottom to the top of the rectangle is 30, and the distance from um the bottom to the bottom of the rectangle is 10. So we would do that now. So we're going to go back to sketch. That's after picking this face to draw on. Let me redo it. So you click on this face, click on this option here, sketch. Then we'll use corner rectangle. So just start anywhere along this line, along that edge, and connect it to the other edge. Very simple. Then we use smart dimension. So from the bottom of the rectangle to the bottom of the body is 10. 10. Then the top of the rectangle to the bottom of the body is is 30. I believe this is all we need to do. So now we'll go over to features, extruded boss base, and this time we're going to use one of the features I taught in the previous classes. We're going to use up to surface, or you can use through all if you like. Through all, but you change the direction. You change the direction. But if you're to use up to surface, you just select the surface it's supposed to end at, which is these faces, any of these faces. Then click OK. So now you have this sketch. It's completed. Now you want to change the color to yellow. Okay, so scroll down here. After clicking this part, scroll down and select yellow. So that's about that. We're done with this model here. So we're going to go for the next one, which is this. This is very simple. You could actually do this yourself, in fact. So I would like you to pause the video and design this by yourself and tell me if you got it in the comment section. You could just write a little text in the comment section telling us if you did it well or not. And if you have problems with it, you can also tell us in the comments. I would probably do a video on how to do this if it's necessary. Okay, so let me see if hold on. Let me see if there's something else I could do. Okay, let me do this. Let me do this guy. Hold on, let me rotate the image. Okay. Okay, let me do this. So this is not actually a flat model. It's more of a rod, something like that, a set of cylindrical rods. So this the first circle is 25 in diameter. 25 in diameter. The next one is 35 in diameter. That's this. And the last one, which is this biggest one, is 55 in diameter. That's the circle. They are all circles. Their profiles are all circles. So this is the size of the circle. And then this is the length. So the length of this, that's from here to here, or from here to here, is 50. Then the medium size cylinder is 30, and the middle one is 20. But if we are to do this all the way, when we're extruding, when we draw the circle, if we're to extrude this, we're going to add 50 plus 30 plus 20, sorry, plus 10, because we divide this in half. So 10 plus 80 is 40 plus 50 is 90. So the total length of this from the center is 90. So what we're going to do, let's go back to SolidWorks and work on it. So you can save this work if you like. After saving, we'll go to new part. We're going to select the front plane and we're going to select sketch. So now we're going to draw three circles. We're going to draw everything at once, yeah. Draw the first one, we'll draw the second one, and we'll draw the third one. So if you notice, this second circle is not in the center with these guys. So we're going to click on the circle, hold the control key, click on another circle, and make it concentric. And now it's perfectly in the center. So the first circle is given a diameter of 25. The second cylinder is 35, and the third one is 55. Okay, so let me drag all these together. Okay, okay. So we've drawn this on the front plane. Now we're going to extrude. Let's extrude the big circle first. Okay, we're going to use blind. No, we're going to use mid plane this time. Mid plane because we want it to go both directions. The first circle is 20. The first cylinder, sorry, is 20. Click OK. So we've created the first cylinder. So now we're going to create the next one. Come over to this arrow beside the boss extrude. Click on the sketch. Just click on it once and come to extruded boss base. Now you scroll down and delete this option here. Then we pick the second circle, only the second circle, and we're going to still use mid plane here. And the second circle, if we go back to the image here, the second circle is 30. Don't forget, it's 30 plus half of this, which is 10. So 30 plus 10 is 40, and we are extruding it on both planes. So that's 40 on this side plus 40 on this side. So that is 80. So if we come back to SolidWorks, we're going to have to extrude this by 80. Click OK. Okay, so we've done the second part. Now we're going to do the last one. So you click on the sketch, click on extruded boss base, delete this option here. Then they will ask you which part. This is the part. So I don't know if you will be able to tell me the value you would use for this last circle here. Let's go back to the drawing. So if this place is 50, so what do you think would extrude would what value do you think would use to extrude from both sides? What values do you think we'll use for to extrude this thing the way it is here? You could pause the video and take a while to think. So what we're going to do is 50 plus 30 plus 10, which is 90. So 90 times 2, because we have 90 on this side, we have 90 on this side. 90 times 2 is 180. So we'll go back to SolidWorks and you can just click on 90 times 2 here. 90 at the 2. Click enter and you get your final model. So this is exactly what they said we should do. On our next class, we will talk about cut extrude. How to cut, extrude Extrude bus base is about adding bodies. Extrude cut is about removing bodies. So we're going to talk about removing bodies on our next class. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you'd be the first to get notified when I upload a new tutorial video. Thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful day.